Hi, I'm Jill Triantis with JL Designs, and this is Designs About You. We are here with the owner of the Paint Depot, Benjamin Moore, with Peter Bright. Peter, I have, as you know, I'm an interior designer and have had such a wonderful experience here at your store that I did want to talk with different aspects of the paint, how important it is making that selection. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what makes you different versus some of the other places around the Charlotte Pineville area?
Sure. First off, we're an independently owned paint store. This isn't a corporation. We've been here 15 years. I opened up the store myself 15 years ago. And we give really personalized service. We really understand our paints. Before I opened the paint store, I was actually in the field as a painting contractor for 15 years. So when it comes to application and troubleshooting, I'm real strong in that department. And over 15 years, I've learned to really be good with color as well. I have a young lady who works for me named Christy, and in fact she's pretty well known in Charlotte for being pretty phenomenal with color. So rather than walking into a big box, if you will, if you come in here, there's a good chance we'll know your name.
Right. As I've witnessed since we've been here. Yes.
We probably have seen some of your kids grow up. It's one of those stores, and we really do get paint. We know what we're doing. If we don't have an answer, we'll find it out for you, but it's pretty rare. Whatever project that you might have done or be involved in, I probably did it 100 times. So.
Well, and that's also, it's almost like learn from my mistakes. I've already made that error, so I'm going to guide you to not making that error, which is also not only saving on time, but money. As we all know from your quote in the front, it says doing it right costs less than doing it over.
True. Very true. That sign's been there for 15 years. And it'll be here as long as I'm here. It's kind of my mantra.
And another kind of little aspect that you have in this store, that just a little, when we're waiting for our paint to get shaken and mixed and whatnot, you have these great, unique sayings on the wall that's quite entertaining and food for thought and whatnot. That makes you a little bit different than anybody else in town.
Right. Yeah. There's a little bit of everything. It's just for people to consider. I actually went on the internet and culled through thousands of quotes to come up with those, and they're very appropriate to someone who's sitting here getting some paint mixed up. Next time, or if you ever come in here, check them out. You know, they get a chuckle.
As you know, in the last couple articles, I've talked about the importance of putting a paint sample on a board and bringing that board into the space that you were considering changing the color to. Here at the Paint Depot, there are already several already made samples. These are large enough where you can put a couple of coats on a sample board and really get a good idea of the personality of that paint. Here at the Paint Depot, we have a few kinds of lights. We have the natural coming in, we have the spotlight, and then we have fluorescent. This is not going to be mirrored in your own space, whether it's a business or home. So what we want to do is possibly select one of these colors. If they do not have the color already made, they will be more than happy to make a sample size, pint size sample for you to be able to do the same application of putting that on the board. But they have this display and an additional display here in the store. An additional aspect that we have here at the Paint Depot is a wonderful variety of magazines to look at to show the application of color to your space, really giving you a solid idea of how that will play out in your own room. To give you an example, this room has a really bold blue. So I took one of the samples called Symphony Blue, and then this one has a real soft pink application, which Benjamin Moore calls pink pony. What we would want to do is, this is actually what I use, take this small roller dip it in the paint, and then roll 2 solid coats on the boards, wanting to make sure that each coat is dry prior to the second coat going on. They have these supplies here at the Paint Depot, but what we want to do is, in order to really see if we like that bold color, if we like that real calm, relaxed tone, put it on the board. Take this board, put it in that space, see how it looks in the daytime, in the nighttime, with your own lighting, whether it's fluorescent, incandescent, natural light. That will then determine if that color is the right color, the perfect color to complement your furnishings and your space. Thank you for joining me, and together you know we can design unique surroundings for beautiful living, because designs are all about you.
Right, right.